Now to a big arrest in Prince George's County. Police say an alleged sexual predator used social media to target young women attending Howard University. Under arrest right now is 35-year-old Julian Everett of North Carrollton, or New Carrollton, I should say. Police have charged him in connection with 3 sexual assaults. The first case dates all the way back to 2005, and it involved a 16-year-old Virginia girl. But 2 more recent cases in 2015 and 2016 involved students at Howard.
He would use web or social media sites affiliated with but not sanctioned by Howard University, and then he would cultivate relationships with those individuals. This would lead to a date.
Police say the date would lead to alcohol, possibly laced with drugs. They say Everett would then assault the women at his home. Right now, investigators are working with Howard to determine whether there are more victims who have not come forward just